Drake's muted to start. Fucking hot start today.
Brutal.
We back, boys?
That's tough.
You got me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good
All
now.
right, boys and girls. Another weekly installment of Dickhead Tuesday. My mic's being an absolute dickhead. The link to get into the studio is being an absolute dickhead. I got beat up today in the gym by an absolute dickhead. And that's just the type of Tuesday we're having. So, fellas, how we doing?
Hey, we're back. I'm glad we're back. Three Blind Mice podcast. I missed it last week.
Oh yeah, we missed you.
I just listened to just before this in pieces stop start last week's DHT. It was very good. I don't think I'm needed anymore.
Facts.
So
you've been irrelevant for a while.
I think multiple people in the Discord even said, you know what? It was refreshing. I'm pretty sure someone said it was refreshing for Kluver to. I don't even know if they meant to be an asshole about it, but I think they literally said it was nice to not have Kluver on the podcast. I would listen to just a Drake and Grant show.
Oh no.
So that's a tough one for the kid.
Sorry, kid, get booted.
And I'm okay with that. I'm okay if people want to just make it the Gary and Drake show. It was a fantastic, entertaining show.
Well, thank you.
I don't even remember what we talked about.
I laughed full belly laugh at when you, Grant, were talking about sitting there for 45 minutes on the Kittle episode and then asking a question and George wondering, is this a Make-A-Wish kid?
Yeah, because there was no introduction. He knows who all you guys are. I was just there. It was just my face sitting there. There was no oh hey, this is Grant, by the way. And that's on me. I probably should have introduced myself. But
No, it's on us.
I don't take blame
for this.
He
He was nice about it. He was George was incredibly nice.
I'm gonna assume that he figured it out, what was going on. He was also on his phone, so I don't know how much he was even really looking at the screen.
Yeah, I don't know either.
He was
enough. He was chirping me about my Broncos flag.
Well, that's true at the beginning, yeah.
So,
I believe that. So yeah, I mean, when we have a guest, we should and I don't think we did it with Jack either. I think we probably need to just before we hit record say, oh, by the way, this Gary.
We don't have to say anything. I mean, it's honestly funnier if they're like, who is this guy?
It is. Oh, it's absolutely funnier.
It's way funnier.
But if we want to avoid that, we could very easily just say hey, this is Grant.
It'd be really funny if I didn't get a question in either of those interviews and I just sat there the whole time.
You were just a spectator the entire time.
That would be funny if they're like, I had no idea there was a live studio audience for these interviews.
Audience of one.
I didn't realize this was like Ellen, where there's a live audience. This is crazy.
We type, we're at the Ellen show. We type applause in the private chat, and then everybody on their quiet mics just claps.
That'd be funny.
No, I think we should probably, if we were formal about it and really just polite, so that the guest, whoever that may be, didn't feel like you were just intruding on the conversation. We could probably mention at the beginning, oh, this other guy that you don't recognize, he's our producer. He's the intern producer. I'm not even sure.
It's not like a big deal or anything. It was funny though. From last week's DHT, I put out a clip of Drake talking about how he met Theo Vaughn.
Yep.
I put it out on our TikTok, and there was some people who were new to our account, seeing it for the first time, were upset because it said how Drake met Theo Vaughn, which is true, right? But they were upset when it was Drake Kulik and not Drake the rapper. So there were people commenting. They were like,
"Did you tell
Drake.
Those pricks I was Drake first? He was Aubrey on some fucking teen show, fucking walking around the high school hallways. Yeah. He played a fucking paraplegic. That's first of all, that's stolen valor. He's a scumbag.
Didn't he get shot too?
Yeah, he was Aubrey, dude. His name's Aubrey Drake. You're fucking Aubrey, dude. I'm Drake.
Yeah, but it was just so funny. I'd go in there and like all the comments are like, "Why does it say Drake? That's not Drake." And then we have loyal fans, right? That we're going to be like, "Yes, that's Drake. What are you talking about? Of course it's Drake." like, are you stupid? Like like what do you mean? That's like obviously Drake Kulik. But so I just thought it was funny that there was a little discourse going
That's
on.
That's so funny. Did that clip, by the way, that did nummies, huh? You got like 50,000 views on that.
No, like it's kind of weird. What you don't really get to pick and choose what does.
One of our
numbers.
TikToks has like 50,000 views.
Yeah, it's the one of when Drake says like, "Hey, you need a new fullback. This one's dead."
that was classic.
Yeah, and it's weird because I'll put out ones and I'm like, "This is really funny. Like this will do good," and it just doesn't do anything. But then you don't get to pick and choose what does good numbers. I mean,
yeah. So here's it's such a fun game to kind of play, and I've really you're the one playing it, G-Mode. You're the guy, right? Like Drake and I are just here.
Infiltrating the algorithm.
Grant has full reins of like this game of social media right now. It's really just like a big science experiment. And I've gotten to sit back and sort of watch from afar of like, all right, let's see what Grant can, pumps out, and then let's see what does well. And the problem with us from the beginning is we're not Rogan or Two Bears One Cave or some big podcast where everybody knows who we are. So,
but everyone knows who they are because they have a million clips and videos of them.
Oh, it certainly helps, but they before they ever started posting clips rose to some level of fame that's much larger than us, just because of the quality of what they can do comedically.
Right.
But within the Iowa, and here's the other thing, like I'm not sure that the Iowa ecosystem is a big TikTok ecosystem, right?
We've been having a good month. I mean, it's
had a good month.
It's getting better. Like they teach you in business like a hockey stick curve.
Yeah.
It's going up. So
I've noticed this on other pages as well. I'm on the YouTube here. I've always got the YouTube pulled up. We just crossed 2,250 subscribers on the YouTubes. So we're on the climb to 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's not a little bit, right?
Let's get there.
Feels like a little bit.
Compared to other people who have hundreds of thousands, yes, but for a regional show that is very, again, we have to remember who's watching our content, right? Like we have a ton. In fact, I just got the extended updated demographics of our show all the way down to like Republican, Democrat, female, male, every age group, every ethnicity. Not a lot of black people listen to our show, by the way. Especially not after we just went back over those 2 episodes.
After I just went code red.
Yeah. We're working with like older men,
white Republicans
who are white and conservative, and probably a lot of them are like my dad, who doesn't know even how to make a TikTok or get on YouTube. My dad fucking 6 weeks ago just learned how incredible the invention of Amazon is.
Wow.
The website, the buying stuff off Amazon. My dad had the come to Jesus moment of like, oh my God, I can order something, anything, basically, that I want, and it will show up next day. He just figured that out in February of 2023.
Crazy.
And my dad might be a little bit further behind than a lot of people. He is. But there's some, a large part of our listenership could not be far off from that. So, the fact that how many followers are we up to? I think I just saw we had like 600 or 700 followers on TikTok.
Yeah, no, we get like it used to be like we'd be lucky to get like anything, and then like once it's like not like we're getting like we got like 100 in the past like 5 days, which is just not that
said
big.
The word like 14 times in 6 seconds.
I'm working on it. I promise. I'm really working on it. Like I'll go listen to these.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, I just said like 15 times in a sentence. That was
Don't
terrible.
worry. It's not, I thought you were just having a Tourette's episode there for a second. I didn't know.
Well, that was you know what is the Michael Scott quote where he's like, sometimes I'll start a sentence and I don't know where it's going. And
was that from
that
Michael
was that
Scott?
for me. I was trying to explain. I had like 3 different ideas that I wanted to say in one idea, and it didn't work.
What's up, everybody? What you just watched was a short, truncated version of our extra show that we do every week. We call it DHT. It's Dickhead Tuesday. It's sort of on brand for the walk-ons, and it's the extra podcast that Drake, myself, and now Gary the intern do every single week. That's on our Patreon services, part of our Patreon tiers at the second and third level. Patreon is where we put all of our extra content, okay? The Monday and the Thursday episodes, those are always going to be free forever and always for our washed up walk-ons army that's out there and loves the show. But for those who want more, for those who want to help contribute and they like extra shows like this, you may be interested in this content. It's a little bit more not safe for work, if you will. You can see here, this is our mascot for the DHT, Goopy, and access to items like this, as well as other exclusive items, are also perks that you get with the Patreon, as well as discounts on all of the merchandise that we put out throughout the year. Merchandise that you can find in our 24/7 storefront right now. If you're part of the Patreon, you basically pay for your subscription with the discounts that you'll get on the merchandise. Not to mention, you get ad-free episodes, early access to the episodes, immediate access to the video versions, access to our private Discord, our fantasy football leagues, and a whole lot more. And that's all on top of the fact that you're donating to the kids. You're helping us with our mission to donate thousands of dollars to the UI Children's Hospital every single year. So if you like what you saw here and you like what you're hearing from me, take this moment to head on over to patreon.com/washedupwalkons, and you can find a tier, a subscription level that fits for you. And we'd love to have you on the Walk On Army. Thank you so much. Click around, find some of our other videos as well. And we'll be seeing you soon.